Welcome to Chelder, where today we're diving into the heart of India. From ancient traditions to space-age tech, this country is full of surprises that'll leave you speechless. Buckle up, because you're about to discover 30 insane facts about India that might just change the way you see the world's largest democracy. Fact number 1. The land of spices. India produces around 70% of the world's spices, making it the undisputed seasoning champion. The country is home to a mind-boggling array of spices like cardamom, turmeric, cumin, and coriander. These spices are not just for flavor. They've been used for centuries in traditional medicine, Ayurveda, and even in religious rituals. Imagine how boring your meals would be without that dash of Indian spice. Whether it's curries, street food, or even chai, India's influence on the world's palate is undeniable. Without India, food around the world would be as bland as a soggy toast. Fact number 2. Chess was born here. Chess, the brain game that has captivated minds for centuries, was born in India over 1,500 years ago. The game, originally known as Chaturanga, was played on an 8x8 grid that symbolized a battlefield, with pieces representing infantry, cavalry, elephants, and chariots. Little did they know back then that this game would evolve into the global phenomenon it is today, with grandmasters competing for world titles. India didn't just give us chess. It gave us the mental equivalent of a marathon. Imagine trying to checkmate someone who's been playing chess since the time of the Gupta Empire. Fact number 3. Home to the Kumbh Mela. The Kumbh Mela is the world's largest religious gathering, and it is so massive it can be seen from space. Every 12 years, millions of people from all over India and beyond flock to the Ganges River to take a dip in the holy waters. It's believed that this act will wash away sins and bring spiritual liberation. In fact, the Kumbh Mela is so big, it could easily fill the entire population of the United States. So, if you think your yearly holiday gatherings are huge, try joining 100 million people in the same spot. Plus, add holy water and the chanting of prayers for good measure. Fact number 4. The world's largest democracy, India's democracy, is so large that it could practically have its own continent. With over 1.4 billion citizens and more than 900 million eligible voters, India runs the world's largest elections. It's not just about voting either. It's an exercise in patience, logistics, and determination. In fact, Indian elections take place in multiple phases over weeks, not days, so everyone has a chance to vote. The queues stretch for miles, and the voting process is as much about the experience as it is about the vote. Think of it as a country-sized reality show where everyone gets a say. Fact number 5. A railway system like no other. India's railway system is an engineering marvel, stretching over 67,000 kilometers, about 41,600 miles, enough to circle the Earth 1.5 times. The trains, which transport over 20 million passengers a day, are more than just a mode of transport. They're part of India's national identity. The trains are sometimes so packed that standing room feels like an Olympic sport. And if you think that's impressive, some of India's trains have been running since the 19th century. With trains traveling through lush forests, bustling cities, and even remote mountain regions, the Indian railways offer an unforgettable adventure every time. And let's not forget the snack carts, because every journey is better with chai and samosas. Fact number 6. Bollywood beats Hollywood. Bollywood is the world's largest film industry, churning out around 1,800 films annually. That's double what Hollywood manages. These films span a wide range of genres, but they're often filled with catchy songs, elaborate dances, and epic storylines. Bollywood films have a way of turning every emotion into a musical number. You can bet your popcorn that someone's about to break in a song, even in the most dramatic of moments. The entire country celebrates new releases like national events, with opening day audiences clapping, cheering, and even dancing in the aisles. What other film industry encourages you to bring your dance moves to the theater? Fact number 7. The oldest city still alive. Varanasi, one of the holiest cities in India, is also the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world, dating back over 3,000 years. The city has seen the rise and fall of empires, the birth of religions, and the ebb and flow of history. The streets are narrow, winding, and filled with the energy of millions of souls, from pilgrims seeking spiritual enlightenment to tourists wandering in awe. But what really sets Varanasi apart is its deep spiritual significance. People come from all over the world to see the Ganga Aarti ceremony, where lamps are lit in honor of the sacred river Ganges, which is believed to have the power to cleanse sins. Varanasi is not just a city. It's a living, breathing testament to India's rich and enduring spiritual heritage. Fact number 8. The only country with a post office network on water. India is home to the world's only floating post office, located on Dal Lake in Kashmir. This unique post office serves not only as a functional service center, but also as a tourist attraction, offering visitors a glimpse into life on the lake. Imagine sending postcards while bobbing on a boat in the middle of a serene lake, surrounded by floating gardens and houseboats. This floating post office is a reminder that India is home to some of the world's most innovative and quirky ideas, making its postal services anything but ordinary. Fact number 9. India invented shampoo. Before you reach for that bottle of shampoo, know that the concept was first developed in India, long before it became a global grooming standard. The word shampoo itself is derived from the Hindi word shampoo, which means to massage. Ancient Indians used a mix of herbs, plant extracts, and oils to clean their hair and keep it healthy. They would often use concoctions of natural ingredients like shikakai and hibiscus to cleanse their scalp and promote hair growth. So, next time you lather up, remember you've got India to thank for those silky, shiny locks. Fact number 10. It's a land of holy cows that in India. Cows are revered as sacred and treated with the utmost respect. They're not just roaming the streets, they're practically royalty. According to Hinduism, cows are associated with a deity, the mother of all gods, and are seen as symbols of wealth, strength, and abundance. Cows have the right to roam freely, stop traffic, and even take a leisurely stroll through market squares without a second thought. If you're ever in India, be prepared to give way to these four-legged spiritual celebrities. They might even make you feel like you're in the presence of royalty. Fact number 11. The zero was born in India. India is not only home to spices and spices, it's also the birthplace of the number zero. Before the concept of zero was introduced to the world, people used complex counting systems that lacked a placeholder for nothing. Indian mathematicians around the 5th century solved this by creating the symbol for zero. It was a revolutionary idea that made modern mathematics, calculus, and even computers possible. Without zero, we would be living in a world where math was much harder and less fun. No binary code, no smartphones, and no digital clocks. Thanks, India! Fact number 12. The longest constitution in the world. India has the longest written constitution in the world, with over 448 articles and 12 schedules. It's so lengthy that reading it from cover to cover might take you longer than a Bollywood movie marathon. The Constitution of India was drafted in 1949 and became effective on January 26, 1950. It covers every aspect of Indian life: political, legal, social, and cultural, and provides the framework for running a nation with over 1 billion people. In fact, the Indian Constitution is so detailed that it's like a giant rulebook that helps keep the world's largest democracy running smoothly. Fact number 13. Snakes and ladders, anyone. The game of snakes and ladders actually originated in India, where it was known as Moksha. Originally, it wasn't just a game of chance, it was a moral lesson. The ladders symbolized virtues, and the snakes represented vices. The goal was to reach the top of the board, which was a metaphor for spiritual enlightenment. But if you made bad decisions, you'd slide down to the bottom. It's like playing a board game where life decisions directly affect your fate. Except this one's a bit more dramatic with snakes involved. Fact number 14. The Taj Mahal is a monument of love. The Taj Mahal, arguably the most iconic building in India, was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. Construction began in 1632 and took around 22 years to complete, with over 20,000 workers contributing to its creation. The Taj Mahal is made entirely of white marble and is a breathtaking blend of Islamic, Persian, Ottoman Turkish, and Indian architectural styles. The sheer scale and beauty of the monument symbolize an eternal love story that's been admired by millions of people from all corners of the world. It's a monument that reminds us all that love can move mountains, or, in this case, create entire empires. Fact number 15, yoga was born here. Yoga, the ancient practice that has become a global phenomenon, was born in India thousands of years ago. It is rooted in spiritual and physical discipline, with origins in the Vedic texts from around 1500 BCE. But it wasn't always about perfecting your downward dog. Originally, yoga was a way to achieve spiritual enlightenment and connect with the divine. Today, it's practiced by millions worldwide for health, fitness, and mental clarity. India's contribution to global wellness has transcended borders, and now you can find yoga studios on every corner. So the next time you strike a pose, remember, it all started in India. Fact number 16. The Indian film industry isn't just Bollywood. While Bollywood is the most famous, India has a rich and diverse film industry beyond it, including Tollywood, Collywood, and more. The country produces films in more than 20 languages, with over 2,000 films released every year, far outnumbering Hollywood. These films cover a vast range of genres, from action and drama to romance and horror, offering something for every kind of film lover. So while Bollywood may get the limelight, India's movie magic doesn't stop there. It's not just a one-city wonder, it's a countrywide cinematic celebration. Fact number 17. India is the largest producer of milk. India is the world's largest producer of milk, churning out more than 180 million tons annually. Cows, buffaloes, and other dairy animals are a central part of rural life in India, and milk is used in a variety of ways, from being poured over morning cereal to making creamy sweets like kulfi and peta. Milk is so integral to the Indian diet that some people drink it at nearly every meal. India also has a growing dairy export industry, with products like ghee and paneer gaining popularity globally. So, if you're sipping on a cup of chai anywhere in the world, there's a high chance that milk from India was involved. Fact number 18. The first diamond mine was found here. India was the original source of diamonds, and the first known diamond mine was located in Golconda, present-day Andhra Pradesh, back in the 4th century BCE. These diamonds, often known for their high quality, were highly prized and were traded along ancient trade routes. In fact, for centuries, India was the only place where diamonds were mined. It wasn't until the 18th century that other countries began to find diamonds elsewhere. So, the next time you wear a shiny piece of jewelry, you can thank India for getting the sparkle industry started. Fact number 19. Indian Railways is the world's largest employer. With over 1.3 million employees, Indian Railways is not only the largest railway system in India, but also the largest employer in the world. It runs more than 13,000 trains daily, serving over 20 million passengers, equal to the entire population of some countries. Indian Railways is like the beating heart of India's economy and society, and a huge portion of the country relies on it for transportation. The sheer size and scope of this operation are staggering, and it continues to grow, connecting even the most remote corners of the country. Fact number 20. India has its own Mount Rushmore. India is home to a colossal statue called the Statue of Unity, which stands at 182 meters, 597 feet, tall, making it the tallest statue in the world. Located in the state of Gujarat, it honors the country's first deputy prime minister, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who played a key role in unifying India post-independence. The statue is so massive that it could easily fit the entire Statue of Liberty inside it. So if you think your local landmarks are impressive, just wait until you see this giant in India. It's truly a larger-than-life tribute to national unity. Fact number 21. The Indian Ocean is named after India. The Indian Ocean, the world's third-largest ocean, was named after the country itself. India's strategic position in the southern part of the Asian subcontinent made it an important hub for maritime trade for centuries. In fact, ancient Indian seafarers were among the best in the world, and they were instrumental in spreading Indian culture, religion, and goods like spices across Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. India's influence over the Indian Ocean is so great that it not only gave the ocean its name, but also shaped the course of history with its nautical prowess. Fact number 22. The Himalayas are growing. The Himalayas, the world's highest mountain range, are not static. They're still growing. The collision between the Indian tectonic plate and the Eurasian plate has caused the Himalayas to rise by approximately 5 millimeters every year. That means the mountains are still getting taller with every passing day. Some peaks of the Himalayas are over 8,000 meters, 26,000 feet, tall, and the region remains an important center for mountaineers and adventurers seeking the ultimate challenge. It's one of those places where, despite having reached such extreme heights, the mountains just keep getting bigger. Fact number 23. The world's largest vegetarian population lies here. India is home to the world's largest vegetarian population, with approximately 30% of its citizens living a plant-based lifestyle. The reasons for this vary, ranging from religious beliefs, such as those held by Hindus, Jains, and Buddhists, to health and environmental concerns. Indian cuisine offers an incredible variety of vegetarian dishes, from spicy curries to fresh salads, making it a paradise for anyone who loves plant-based eating. The vegetarian movement here is so ingrained that you'll find a plethora of vegetarian restaurants, street food, and even vegetarian versions of traditional meat-heavy dishes. Fact number 24. The country of multiple languages. India is a linguistic wonderland, with over 2,000 languages spoken across the country. While Hindi is the official language, English is also widely spoken, and many people can communicate in several languages. The 22 officially recognized languages include Tamil, Bengali, Telugu, Marathi, and Gujarati, to name a few. Each region has its own distinct dialect and way of expressing itself, making India a place where you can travel just a few miles and hear entirely different languages and dialects. In fact, India's linguistic diversity is so vast that you'd never run out of languages to learn during your lifetime. Fact number 25. The largest democracy is also the largest producer of movies. India is not only the largest democracy, but also the largest producer of films in the world, with over 1,800 films made annually in more than 20 languages. These films range from dramatic blockbusters to quirky, artistic indie films, and they are watched by millions both in India and across the globe. Bollywood is the most famous, but the industry extends far beyond it, with regions like Tollywood, Telugu films, Kollywood, Tamil films, and Sandalwood, Kannada films, also churning out a massive amount of content. So, if you're a movie buff, there's a whole world of Indian cinema waiting for you to explore. Fact number 26. The land of the tiger. India is home to more than 70% of the world's tiger population. The Bengal tiger, the most famous of all, is a symbol of India's wildlife and has been central to Indian culture, mythology, and history. Tigers in India are protected by national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, with efforts ongoing to prevent poaching and habitat destruction. India has even created Project Tiger, a nationwide conservation initiative to ensure the survival of these majestic creatures. India's wild tigers are fierce, iconic, and one of the country's greatest natural treasures. Fact number 27. India's night skies are an astronomical wonder. India is home to several ancient astronomical observatories, but the Jantar Mantar in Jaipur is one of the most famous. Built in the 18th century by Maharaja Jai Singh II, it's an array of giant instruments designed for precise astronomical measurements. The Jantar Mantar complex is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and remains one of the most advanced astronomical observatories of its time. In modern India, space exploration is also booming, with organizations like the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, making remarkable strides in satellite launches and lunar missions. With both ancient and modern achievements, India has always had its head in the stars. Fact number 28. India has a space program, India's Space Program, managed by the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, is one of the most impressive in the world. ISRO has successfully launched missions to the Moon and Mars, and its Mars orbiter mission, Mangalyaan, made India the first country to reach the Red Planet on its first attempt. The country's low-cost space program has been hailed as a game-changer in the space race, and ISRO is now partnering with other countries on international space projects. India's reach into the cosmos has not only placed it among the top spacefaring nations, but has also made space exploration more affordable and accessible to the world. Fact number 29. The country of festivals. India is the land of festivals, with over 30,000 festivals celebrated throughout the year. From Diwali, the festival of lights, to Holi, the festival of colors, each festival is an explosion of culture, music, dance, and food. Festivals in India vary from region to region, and each one offers a unique glimpse into the country's diverse cultural traditions. Whether it's a religious celebration, harvest festival, or a local tradition, there's always something to celebrate in India, and you're sure to find yourself caught up in the joyous atmosphere no matter when you visit. Fact number 30. India's economy is booming. India has one of the world's fastest growing major economies, with a GDP that continues to rise every year. The country is a hub for global outsourcing, particularly in the IT sector, and is increasingly becoming a major player in the world's technological and economic future. With a booming startup scene, rapid industrialization, and a young, growing workforce, India is poised to become one of the world's economic superpowers in the coming decades. The country's growth is transforming it into a global powerhouse with vast potential for innovation and development. Well, that wraps up our wild ride through the incredible land of India. Whether it's the Taj Mahal, the sprawling railways, or the cosmic achievements of ISRO, India's contributions to the world are nothing short of extraordinary. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss out on more crazy facts from Shelter. See you in the next adventure.